And this morning, somebody who's been doing good and being good for 20 years now, we're about to celebrate it this coming Sunday, Mr. John Thomas. He joins us on set. Good morning to you, Mr. John Michael Thomas.
Good morning, Rokas.
How are you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm interested in 20 years, boy.
Well, it's been a little bit more, but, I got my first singing gig from the late Patrick Manning and went to sing in the Prime Minister's house. At whatever age that was. I counted from there because I actually got money for that.
How you actually got that gig though? Like, you remember how you got that gig?
Okay, so I've been singing in music festival, and he was an ardent follower of culture, and there was one music festival he actually came and sat in the audience at Queen's Hall. He heard me sing that year. I did not place first, I was actually second, and he came backstage. I was a little bit taken aback, and he says, "I'd like you to come to sing," because he had some visitors over from the Caribbean, heads of state, and that was my first gig.
And since then, I mean, that was a gig, right? But since then, you've been able to produce and direct your own shows and shows for other people as well. I mean, how has this journey been for you?
It's been a learning one. I have definitely seen myself change. When I was younger, I was a little bit more hasty. And now I think I've settled down a little bit, much more to improve on, but I've settled down a little bit, and I'm grateful for it. I've started at a really very early age. Eustace Nancis started me. He said, "John, just do what you do best and get the young people to be involved, start a choir." And so I did at the age of 16. So I've been doing it since then.
What was one of the most memorable performances that you think you've had so far?
I was a gift to Cuba.
You were a gift?
I was taken to sing.
And that's it, making sure we clarify what's going on here.
Well, that's what they call it.
Right.
Anyway, so my performance was a gift. For Cuba's independence, and so I got to go on the private jet and go across and and sing and come back. That was amazing, and just sitting down because there was so much free time. To talk to the leader of the country for so long. That was amazing for me.
I wonder if you experience things like that and you come back home and you just to go back to your regular life. How does that feel?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like for most artists, you see them having to come down from wherever they just came from. Whether it's like I understand, like, to some extent how artists get hooked on whatever substances or whatever to feel that feeling of power all the time.
Ooh, I've been brought up in a home with a single parent, and my mother is extremely humble. I'm not. However, I've also been brought up in a small church, and so I have Christian values. I may not be the same kind of Christian that I was growing up, but I have Christian values instilled in me, whether if it's conditioned or brainwashed. That's who I am, and that's my truth, and so it's not difficult for me to be normal.
Understood. But tell me about Reflections, the concert. It's coming up this coming Sunday at Queen's Hall.
Sure.
What are we in store for?
Well, boy, I've tried to condense my 20 years in 90 minutes, which is very, very difficult. Because I've performed and collaborated with so many people over the years. But this time, I think I'm going to bring Eddie Cumberbatch, who I have been so blessed to work with. He is humble.
For sure.
And he is one of the best voices I've heard in the Caribbean and in the world, actually. So I'm going to share the stage with him and Marlon DeBeek, who has been just somebody there guiding me, leading me throughout. He's fantastic. He spearheaded the Carry Festa with Jamie, and he did quite a good job. Then I have Clarice Beepert, who's a prodigy. She's absolutely just out of this world. And I also have another prodigy which I've discovered recently, and somebody said, "You're collecting prodigies," and not quite, but it doesn't come along very, very easily. And I'm so excited to work with her. Her name is Alyssa Joseph. She's going to sing the prayer with me. It's quite a difficult piece to do, but she's doing it really, really very well. Of course, my choir, the Eastern Chorale, will be there. I'm going to join the stage with Leandra Head. She has just started, and she's absolutely terrific. She represents all new things to come because I've never shared a stage with her before.
Okay.
And I'm excited about that collaboration. I don't think Johanna Chuckery and
I was
Johan
about to say, you have the
Chuckery.
Chuckery family with
All
you.
right. Well, to me, they represent the fusion of my work.
Okay.
Yes, I'm classically trained. I remain true to my form. But the Chuckeries are, I guess, amazing as well.
Course.
And for me, they symbolize my life's work trying to, and because I've been influenced by Pat Bishop, I try my hardest best to include local culture within my work.
Speaking of which, I heard the ad for this show, and I heard a very interesting covers being done. Are there lots of covers of local music? Is what you're saying?
Yes, I do.
What informed the choices that you made?
Well, I am one for pushing the local diaspora and the local culture forward.
Mm-hmm.
People don't associate me with it, but that's okay. I do what I can in my corner.
Right.
And so I admire quite a few people. One of them is the Lord Kitchener.
Right.
Because his work is so easily adaptable to classical work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not funny.
Because of the musicianship.
The musicianship is just... It is superior.
Yeah.
Another is Andre Tanker.
Mm-hmm.
His work is absolutely fantastic. So I honor those two
big musicians there, boy.
Correct musicians in my show. And another person who I admire from the day I met him to now is Mohammed Mwakil.
Alright, so you have a free song inside of there too.
I have a free.
The one everybody love, you feel the love one?
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
feel the love in there. All right, nice. So we look forward to it. John, before we go, I want you to of course, take us out with one.
Sure.
Can I pull from the Andre Tanker?
Yes, man.
Yes? All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you to go out there and make a difference today now because, of course, together we aspire. Together we achieve. On behalf of Kimberly D'Souza, Natasha Lake, and the entire staff here at TTT, my name is Rokas, wishing you a fantastic day. John Michael Thomas, big show this weekend, April 24th. Get your tickets. It's happening at Queen's Hall. You want to be a part of it? Here's a little taste. John, take us to the top.
There's a beautiful woman, always dressed in black. She just went for water down a winding track. She's a spirit of beauty, strong yet gentle being. She walks on this planet like some kind of queen. Then Morena Shah, she moves like the wind, so free, over land and rolling sea. Then Morena Shah, always with a rhythmic beat, moving down the street. Morena Shah, Morena Shah, Morena Shah, Morena Shah, See the fall of evening, feel that cooling breeze, red and yellow drifting west, green and golden trees. Hear the sound of drummers cracking through